everyone, it's me. I'm here just driving to go to a movie theater. I'm gonna watch a movie and then from there I'm gonna go back home and swim. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's one of those days that you just want to go ahead and go out because you know it's one of those summer days that it's not so busy. All the kids are out of school already, and you know you just want to make sure you have a good time. All right, later guys. I just came back from the movie, saw Hangover Part 3. It was pretty good. It was funny. I thought it was gonna end being one of those, you know, trilogies that just suck, but it was funny. And make sure if you go out and see it, stay until the end of the credits because it looks like it's gonna end. But the end of the credits, after I guess the cast comes down strolling, there's another part to it. So hope you guys enjoy it. Just came in the car and have a TI playing on the radio. Got some nostalgia, some memories of some of the boys back in my old hometown in Georgia. I'm going home and I'll go ahead and share a little bit more of what I'm going to be doing. And peace. Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm back home. Just got out of the pool. It was good. Did a few laps, ran inside the pool, did some water aerobics, what they call it in there, and I'm feeling so energized and so pumped. I want to just keep going, but it's so hot, so you can only go so far, but I want to keep my day active and keep going out and just walk and stuff like that. I just wanted to share a little bit about what happened to me about a year ago in this blog, and basically what the outcome can be if you don't take care of yourself. Okay, it's very important to go ahead and just stop everything that you're doing. If you know that you're feeling very bad, you're feeling sick, or you just know something's wrong in your body, stop what you're doing and just go to the emergency room. This was me a year ago. I went into the emergency room because I couldn't sleep. It was a tightening feeling in my chest that I thought I could have a heart attack, and I had been feeling it for days, and I told my parents about it, and they told me we can go to the hospital if you want to. I didn't want to go because I don't have insurance to cover my medical bills. But at this point, I was like, you know what? I'll pay anything for me to just see what's wrong. And I don't want my parents to go ahead and worry about me because I'm not taking care of myself or because there's probably something wrong with me. So when I went, they went ahead and did a lot of you know, exams, and they did a lot of research and took blood out, put an IV in, and it was my first time actually going to an emergency room in that type of situation because I've never been the type of person that would want to go to an emergency room just because I never thought it was so important or so just so necessary, you know. So when I went, they were so kind to me. It was I left like around 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't tell my parents. I just grabbed the car and left. It was, I mean, the hospital, the new hospital, was just down the road from where I lived, and that's why I took that decision, just because I couldn't go another day knowing that there was something wrong and that I could probably be in danger. Luckily, when I went there, When I got the results back and everything came out clear. My blood work came out fine. What I also told them was that I also suffer from anxiety. Not necessarily panic attacks, but it's just like an anxiety. I would get so anxious at nights, and of course it was what I was eating because I was malnourished. I mean, it's just bad. One of the nurses, and this is something that surprised me because you would think the doctor would be the one telling you what's wrong or something like that, or advising you something to do. But once they saw my situation with what I had told you about my skin abscess, the nurse just went ahead and said, you know what? She said it like this, you know what, darling? What you're going to have to do is lose weight. Everything's going to go away when you lose the weight. And at that time, I didn't want to hear that because I guess I was, in my mind at that time, I was doing everything right. I was eating right and all that stuff, but I was cheating. You know, I was doing things that I wasn't supposed to be doing. I had cut off on, I mean, I've been, I'm not going to say I was an alcoholic, but I would drink occasionally, and sometimes more liquor than beer at the time. And just because I could hold my liquor more than drinking beer. And there's a joke to that, but I won't go into that because that's not the point. But the liquor was something that I enjoyed, and what they did find was what they call fatty liver, and that's just because, you know, I have accumulated fat around the liver, and you know, I had to go ahead and, you know, at that time I had to go ahead and change my diet and everything just because I wasn't doing anything right. Thank God I was able to get out at 6 o'clock. They gave me some medication, even some painkillers, because I was in pain sometimes out of the day, and some days out of the week I was in so much pain. But far from that, everything was good. So if you're ever feeling like you need to just take some chill time and just go check it out, you know, just go. I mean, I know that the economy's not at a good place right now, and some people don't have health insurance, but I mean, what can you do? I would rather, you know, if a friend was going through something like that, I would rather tell them, you know what, go to the ER and get checked out because you don't look too good, or you don't sound too good. So that was basically my last year, and I went twice. I went later on a day, and I will make another vlog when that day comes and share what happened on that day. It was about 2 months later, but at this time, I just told myself, I gotta change. I can't keep doing the same thing I'm doing. I can't keep eating the same way that I'm eating because it's gonna destroy me. It's gonna destroy my health, and it's gonna destroy me physically. You know, and you know, when I see obese people out on the streets, it's so different now how I see them and how I used to see them. How I used to see them was just kind of like normal people, but now that I see them, I'm like, you know what? I want to go to that person, you know, and I want to tell them, you know what, it's okay. You have, you know, the kind of like to say you have the power to change your life, and you do. And it's all about, you know, taking your self-control, that willpower inside, and just really grabbing it and going. You know, don't look behind. Don't think what could have, should have been. You know, don't look at that in the past. Don't look at people that supported you in the beginning and don't do it now. Forget about them, okay? Forget about them. Just go straight forward with those who are really with you, and those who say, you know, anything you need. You take those words, you know, to the grave. You know, well, not to the grave, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. You take those words to heart. When somebody tells you, If you need anything, let me know. I mean, don't be ashamed. Just tell them, you know what, I need help. If you can help me with this and this and this and this, you know, it'll be awesome. You know, if you can't, at least with something that you can or cannot. Or even, you know, find help in your community. You know, if there's special groups out there that, you know, are forming together and are not charging anything. That's the thing now. That every single thing costs. You know, and I mean, it shouldn't be that way. You know, as for me, one day, this is my dream, and it's to really help people without having to charge them. Because you know what, health is so fragile that it just takes a little bit of motivation, a little bit of actually doing it and practicing it. Once you start practicing it, you'll be a pro. It's just like a sport. You know, once you get good at it and you keep going and going and going, you're gonna get good at it. And that's what, and you can see, I wanted to show you just a little bit, almost a month ago, and how I started these videos. I was so unsure of myself. I was so insecure. I was even scared because I was like, you know what am I gonna tell these people? You know, what am I gonna tell you guys? What am I gonna teach? What am I gonna be able to say to change your mind? And this is an example, guys, okay, that you can change, that you can go ahead and make it happen, okay? So I want you to go with that, you know, until we see each other next month, you know, in June. I wanna bring out so many other, you know, positive things. This vlog is a little different. It's kind of like my daily life, what I do and stuff like that, you know. I wanted to share even a little bit about what you saw earlier around my neighborhood and stuff like that. Just kind of to inspire you that even if you're, I mean, you think you're like in the worst place in the world, you're not. Just get up, put on your shoes, and start walking. You know, start walking, or just get in that pool, start swimming, or just throw away that burger that you bought on the way home. Okay, so here we have a nice little salad with some vegetables and protein, some turkey slices, and also water, spring water with a mango. And eat this instead. Sorry, my camera ran out of battery, so eat this instead. This is a little lunch plate that was prepared, and it's so good. It has so much color to it, and when you know that your plate's full of colors, especially vegetables and good things like that, you know it's going to be a good plate. So, until next time, guys, see you, and thank you for watching. As always, share, like, and subscribe, and let's keep doing this. Later.